1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, boogie.
Going to the rack. How serious was that move?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, boogie.
Man, oh man, I could take a few more of those.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, boogie.
And Boogie hammers it on the run.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, boogie.
Somebody woke up Boogie. Well timed.
You watch DeMarcus Cousins play, you see all the talent, you see the numbers. Not too many big guys at his size is that agile, that mobile, can shoot the three, put the ball on the floor, get to the basket.
He could be the best big man in the NBA. He got so much physical talent.
Boogie for three. Unbelievable.
Left going to the rim and dunked it on a wind-up right-hand finish.
And DeMarcus Cousins can't go. He's holding that left lower leg area in the area of his Achilles.
It's one of the most unique free agent situations we've seen in a lot of years.
I'm a warrior.
In gigantic news, DeMarcus Cousins has agreed to a one-year, $5.3 million deal with the defending champion Golden State Warriors.
No dropping me to the ground, 'cause it's going down undefeated.
Apparently nobody else wanted DeMarcus Cousins. He didn't get one single offer.
Well, my main goal is to win a championship. That's what I'm signing up for.
When the injury happened, he's getting ready to sign a max contract. So think about that.
Look at the work Boogie has put in just to come back. Think about the work ethic it takes to get all the way back physically from where he was.
I'm improving each and every day. I'm getting strong each and every day. It's just a matter of time before I'm back on the floor.
We're definitely excited to have him. He's been working hard. It's been a long year for him.
I'm looking forward to just seeing him out on the floor, just doing something that he loves again.
He can shoot, he can space the floor, he can do it all. He's a monster on the boards. He's going to be great.
It'll be a lot of emotions, honestly. I don't think anybody could ever really understand this, and I don't really expect them to unless they've experienced it themselves.
This is something that other teams have never had to worry about with Golden State. They can now actually produce offense from the inside out with a true big.
Maybe Boogie is the wrinkle in the injection of energy that this Warriors team is really looking for this season.
I'm excited to see what we look like once DeMarcus gets his feet underneath him. I think we got a chance to be really good.
Undefeated.
Well, Boogie certainly gave us a lot to talk about in his first 14 minutes for the Golden State Warriors on Friday. Four-time All-Star, scored the first 2 points of his first game, and then DeMarcus Cousins ended up with 14 points, hitting 3 of his 4 three-pointers. 3D, it looks like that moniker of Splash Cousins. It's going to stick, especially after those open looks he got in his first game. How was he so wide open?
Well, he's playing with great players and obviously playing with 3 flamethrowers. It's just going to create so much space. So I think he may take a few games to get used to that, to have 3 guys on the floor that any given night they can go for 40 or 50. And on the flip side of that, they're willing to share the basketball. He's going to have to get used to so many guys willing to give him the ball. So when you watch some of these plays, first play of the game, you talk about the dunk. Well, it's because Kevin Durant has the basketball. He comes off the screen. You have to. Gortat has to honor Kevin Durant. He gets the easy dunk. You look at the bench, everyone's applauding. Now you throw him in the mid-post. Look at the patience. He's never had a Steph Curry or a Klay Thompson on the floor at the same time. You have to honor them. Easy layup. So now you're saying flow of the game, great spacing, play good defense, contested shot. Now, wait a minute. Big Cuz gets out run, bumps into a defender, keeps running, and Kevin Durant, once again, unselfish, the perfect bounce pass boost. I think Cuz, once he gets into basketball shape, you know this, he's going to have so much fun, less pressure, because you heard Iguodala at the end of the game, man, keep shooting. He's like, I don't want to shoot too much. I've never been in a situation like this. I think he's going to have a lot of fun this year.
Yeah, absolutely. He's playing with great players around him, all Hall of Famers, great coaching staff. They want you to have success. They feed you into that environment. Like you said, Iguodala after the game was saying, we want you to shoot more. You're going to be open a lot because you're playing with 3 guys that are averaging over 20 points a game, playing very well. I think, as you said, as he gets in better basketball shape, he could have some big numbers with that team.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Well, we're out here. The guy with the ball leads. He leads the way. It's your turn.
Hold on now.
Who I get to be?
You get to be Steph Curry.
Get the shot.
Huh?
Here we go.
Now, if you shoot, you got to make it. I'm going to be KD, DMV. You're going to be
Boogie.
All right,
let's talk about the first play. 3D.
So the first play, Kevin Durant has the basketball, and he's pointing at Cuz. Now, look at the spacing. You got Steph Curry over there, you got Klay Thompson over there, so the whole middle of the floor is wide open. So now he's telling him to come, he sets the screen out here, he turns. Now, because it's Kevin Durant, you saw they have to honor this simple bounce pass. Now he gets all the way to the rim, and he stretches out for the dunk. Now we're going to go to that second play we saw. I'm going to be Klay Thompson now, and you're going to be Steph Curry at the top of the key area. So once again, we talk about player movement, ball movement. That's normally Draymond Green. So now if Klay comes down, hits the ball, we call this a hold. Why we hold? Because all that area is down there. Now I'm going to run over here and be Draymond Green. Now I'm going to set this screen. Now this Steph Curry coming off for an easy layup. You have to honor that, all right? Now the last play, we're going to shoot. I'm going to be Klay Thompson again. You're going to pop out. Now I'm hitting. We're cutting. I'm coming over here. I'm Klay. Now you're cutting to the basket. Now you pop back. Now you're wide open for the shot. And I think that's the part last night Cousins was talking about. I'm going to have so much ISOs or one-on-ones on the weak side of the floor because of all the cutting and all the team being so unselfish.
Yep,
and for Boogie, when he was in Sacramento, he was the guy. And in New Orleans, it was Boogie AD. Maybe you consider Drew Holiday as that similar threat.
Yeah.
But in Golden State, Steph Curry is a threat when he comes past half court. Same thing with Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant. So there's more floor spacing for DeMarcus Cousins. He's going to adjust to that quickly.
Oh, it's going to be great for him. He's going to have so much room to operate. You got shooters spreading the whole floor out. Everybody's at the three-point line. So when he gets the ball on the box right here, he can go one-on-one. Then who's going to double off of?
Right.
Maybe Draymond.
So, no, hold on. Stay there. So you be Steph at the top. I'm going to be Klay. You go a little deeper in the post.
Yeah.
And now, if it's KD or if it's Klay or if it's Steph, we call it hit and hold, or you stay, or you hit and cut. Where are you doubling from? You're going to double off Klay, 14 threes. You're going to double off of Steph, 13 threes. You're going to double off KD. I think he's made 9 or 10 threes in the game.
Yeah.
So this is what, think about this for a second. The Golden State Warriors have never had this. Whew. Think about this for a second. They've already won 3 championships, but they never had a guy that they could throw the ball into the post and guys just space out and wait and you pick your poison where you want to double team from.
And they've also never had a stretch 5. What we mean by that is he had 3 3-pointers in the game.
Yep.
The Golden State Warriors, in this run that they've had, they've never had a center hit 3 3-pointers in the entire time that they've played with a team. It's never happened.
Never happened.
From that point of view, that they're a threat offensively, defensively. Boogie fouled out, but you like that effort from him.
Yeah, that's part of that's just getting back in basketball shape. You know, he hasn't been playing against live bodies in over a year. So he's going to be a little bit behind, a little step slow. His legs going to feel a little bit more today than they did yesterday. But once he gets back in basketball shape, like 3D keeps talking about, those fouls will go down and down and down. And he's going to have a lot of success.
It's just fun, man. It's when you have 5 guys on the floor thinking the same way, share. He has a better shot. I have a good shot. My teammate hits a better shot. Move without the basketball. Help the helper. All those phrases we use every night. He's finally on the franchise and the team that everyone's on the same page, and they're trying to win another championship.
2 in a row. Golden State Warriors looking for that third. Boogie looks like he's going to be a big piece of that. Victor Oladipo had his All-NBA breakout season last year. This year, the Pacers remain near the top of the Eastern Conference standings. We'll hear from Indiana's best player next. How you start, but how you finish. And the Indiana Pacers are amongst the best in the league in closing games in the fourth quarter. Recently, Raz Gold Onwude sat down with Victor Oladipo on how it's a full team effort to close out these games.
Victor Oladipo is just a fantastic basketball player.
He had a breakout year last year for the Pacers, and he looks great here in the season already.
Oladipo to the rim.
Shake him up, Vic.
Here's Oladipo, 3 seconds.
Race up.
Oladipo to win.
Another one! Another one! Victor Oladipo, this is your city.
What have you found it takes to bear the responsibility of being the leader and the face of this franchise?
A lot goes into it, you know what I mean? And too much is given, much is required. And I've been hearing that for like every day for the past year. It's been tough, man. You gotta know what to say and when to say it, but at the same time, you gotta listen. I think being a leader is something that you have to learn how to do. There are natural born leaders, but there's some aspects of leadership that are things that you have to continuously learn from the people you surround yourself with, from your teammates. For me, I'm learning that every day. I'm learning my teammates. I'm learning what they like, what they dislike, and just about their everyday life. And also with leadership comes sacrifice. Sacrifice for yourself, sacrificing your time, and doing whatever it takes to help your team win, and that's what I'm locked in and focused on.
You have a pretty balanced roster, a number of guys scoring in double digits. Does that balance kind of take the pressure off a little?
In general, yeah. I mean, it's hard to guard us. You can double me, but I'm throwing it to Domas, and Domas is throwing it to whoever else is open, or I'm throwing it to Miles, and Miles is throwing it to whoever else is open, or they're shooting their shot. So we got a lot of depth, and we got a lot of good players who can make things happen. But I never had a lot of pressure on me to begin with. So whether they double me or not, I don't feel any pressure. I just got to go out there and play.
Has your team earned respect yet? What is the respect you feel your team deserves right now?
I mean, being with them every day, I believe we earn a lot of respect. And we deserve a lot of respect, but I don't think guys give it to us, which is fine, you know. At the end of the day, everybody isn't going to respect you, no matter who you are, no matter what you do. Just focus on each other and continuing to get better. We know that we can play at a high level in this league. We know we can win at a high level in this league, and we just got to continue to keep proving it every day.
So Victor Oladipo and the Pacers, what you find most interesting about them is last year when he missed some time, they were 0-7 without him. This year when he missed some time, they were 7-4. They've really taken a leap as a unit to being able to play with him and without him. Why is that?
Well, I think last year they learned from their opportunity and saying this year when it happens, we're going to take advantage of it. And also, Booz, you know this, I think Nate McMillan's done a good job building within. You know, Miles Turner's gotten better, Thaddeus getting better, Sabonis, each guy's gotten better from last year. So now he's saying, guys, when Oladipo's down on the floor, I need all you guys to continue to play aggressive. Corey Joseph comes off the bench, Darren Collison's had his stretches. So now as a team, I look at them, I say, all right, Oladipo goes down, no problem, Booz. Different guys step up and play better basketball.
Yeah, they're more complete this year. They're a deeper team than they were last year. I love what Sabonis does for that team off the bench. Miles Turner is always a threat. Obviously, Thaddeus Young has been a very good pro for his career. So he has a lot of great players, good players around him that can hold the fort down if he happens to fall down.
You mentioned those three guys, Thaddeus Young, DeMarcus Sabonis, and also Miles Turner. And, I mean, if you're talking about a front court, I know the three's a different position, but Bojan Bogdanovic.
Oh, he's playing great.
They have one of the better front court groups that kind of gets overlooked because they don't necessarily have a superstar in any of those positions. But when you look at them as a unit and their versatility, I mean, they have to be amongst one of the best in the league, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. I think they do get overlooked. Look at this team. They're third in the Eastern Conference. They're one of the top defensive teams, especially at home, holding teams to 42% shooting on their home court. They do a good job of keeping teams under 100 points on their home court as well. But those three guys have been playing terrific. And also, let's not overlook Collison. He's doing a great job at the point guard spot.
Yeah. No, to your question, Chris, when you look at each guy, their story matches where they are. Very similar where we looked at, I think, was Brooklyn, a lot of this guy, you looked at certain players and they kind of bounced around a little bit. That's very similar to Indiana where Oladipo and Sabonis were called, they kind of connected going from team to team. You're talking about Bogdanovic, he's kind of bounced around, was in Washington.
That's a good point.
So now all these guys have said, come together and say, you know what? Oladipo's earned to be the superstar and the all-star. Now let's step our games up to kind of help him out. And to Booz's point, I'm not shocked, but kind of happily surprised they've been at that 3 spot all season long. Not start there, fall off, come back. They've kind of been a mainstay.
And sometimes healthy competition within a team is good, right? When you think about bringing in a guy like DeMontis Sabonis and Miles Turner, it's like, hey, we need more inspired play out of you. And it seems like with Sabonis there, we're getting a better version of Miles Turner.
Yeah, because he's a different skill set. You know, he can shoot the three a little bit. Actually, they're kind of similar when you think about it. But the good thing about it in practice, they can battle against each other, compete. So when you go out to the game should get you, the practice should get you prepared for the games. And when you're going against a guy like Sabonis going against a guy like Turner, every day in practice, they're ready when they go against the Philadelphias and they go against the Boston. So that's a good point.
And to that point, Chris, you can tell what's working because they play well together. That competitive spirit in practice doesn't make them not want to like each other, so to speak. It's bringing the best out of one another. Then when the game starts, they know how good they can be.
And for a guy like Victor Oladipo, who waited for his time to really have an all-NBA performance, right? And then he sees the team develop, kind of takes a step back in situations to allow the team to flourish. I mean, that's what you want out of your leader, right? To maybe sacrifice numbers sometimes, sacrifice a little efficiency, make sure you get the win.
If you can sacrifice for the bigger betterment of the team and you can stay in the third position, yes. And like he talked about the other day, he had to get used to that bullseye being on his back and getting double teamed every night. And as he continues to figure that out, how to pick the defense apart, they're only going to get better.
Indiana Pacers quietly remaining in the mix on top of the Eastern Conference standings, right there with the Raptors and, Indiana Pacers.
Who? Indiana?
Staying there.
Huh? Staying there?
Milwaukee Bucks. Right
Toronto?
There. All three of those teams.
Milwaukee?
Right there in the mix.
Okay. Shake him up, shake him up, shake him.